Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group.
You fucker.
Coming to you today with another, it's been a while, a couples episode. Go ahead and take a drink of your water. We'll wait for you.
No, that's all right. I already did it.
All right.
I said, hold on. Please hold on for just a second.
Oh, my God. I've got to take a drink of my water.
Because I started coughing.
Yeah, we were just talking about we're getting things together to move to Texas. And we were just talking about the new house that we're going to be moving into, which we got to stay in an Airbnb for a month. But at the end of July, the house should be ready. We're going to be moving into it. And I found some bitching furniture to furnish the office because I'm probably going to be working out of the home for at least a month or so until we find an office down there to lease, rent, whatever. And we're going to be outfitting our house with our podcast room, so expect to have many more couples podcasts. But I found this bitchin' setup. I mean, it was like a dark mahogany, really smoky, old school cowboy type. I don't know what you call them, like a Cardenza
but
wall
here's the
desk.
thing, though. This is what I told John. I said, we don't know what the inside of this house is going to look like.
She's going to try to make my office look gay.
No, I'm not going to make your office look gay.
That's all I'm hearing from her right now. She's like every time she says this,
No.
And I talk about this badass office. We actually found it at this massive furniture store called the Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Something like that.
Fucking crazy place. You guys in
Yeah.
Texas know what I'm talking about. If you guys are up there in near the Frisco area, they got one. That's like Warren Buffett's furniture store. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's only 4 of them nationwide. But I found a badass office suite. I mean, it was dark wood, glass. It looked like we could
want
hang
a lot of darkness in the house. I need a lot of
hear
like
this shit? You hear this shit, guys?
And
she
stuff that's like flowy.
is trying to make
No,
flowy.
I'm not.
Flowy is the next word is fluffy, and then after that it's gay.
No, it's not. I'm not going to do that
So like
to you.
flowy, fluffy, gay.
But I'm not going to have the office
No
look
offense
one
to
way.
my gay listeners
then,
either. You guys know what I'm talking
and
about.
then like the rest of the house like doesn't like it has to flow. Listen, I'm not going to like turn you girly. Have I ever wanted to turn you girly?
And I need a pair of longhorns behind me in this wall unit that I found.
I do not. Listen. We just have to see what the inside of this house is going to look like
I
first,
need some
and
animal,
then we'll go.
some animal furs,
Now, listen, I'm all down
like
with
a cowskin,
animal.
the cowskin rug.
Yeah, and there's one up in Grapevine that
I like them
picked
cowskin
out,
rugs.
and I have a vision of
We about
where
to become real deal fucking cowboys, y'all. Shit's about to get majorly savage up in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
we did.
it
We
is.
went to downtown Grapevine. We were just down there a couple weeks ago and was in downtown Grapevine. And what I found interesting is that you can buy like skulls and horns like way fucking cheaper than I've seen them anywhere else. And I knew they would be cheaper,
Yeah.
but I didn't know they'd be that much cheaper.
Yeah.
Like around here, you buy a little tiny set of longhorns, you're going to pay a couple $100.
Yeah.
Down there, you get the whole damn skull and the longhorns for $145.
$1.65.
Yeah, $1.65. Whatever. She likes correcting me. Oh my God, that $20 would have been so detrimental to the story. that $20 would have changed the whole dynamic of the story.
Oh my God.
I don't know if the audience would have got that with that $20 difference.
Oh, good
Hey,
Lord.
if you gotta decide on something between 145 and 165, you got more problems than what this podcast can probably solve for you. Oh,
You're horrible.
no, I'll try to solve it for you though. Keep listening. Go back to the archives. We'll get you out of that out of that dark, dingy, horrible fucking place.
OMG.
But yeah, we're getting ready to drive back down. We're driving our second load of stuff down on Saturday this coming up week, and we're going to be taking our little dog. Some of you guys know the little dog Odin, the little brown dog, little brown miniature schnauzer. We're going to be taking him on his very first long road trip.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we had, except, we we got a hotel at the Marriott down at the Legacy. And some of you guys may know, if you live in the Texas area, like how nice the Legacy area is. And I was like, wow, this hotel is like only $139 for the room. Mm-hmm. But there's like $150 non-refundable.
Oh, he's worth it. It'll be fun.
Animal fee.
It'll be fun.
But yeah.
What shall we talk about?
We should talk about what we're talking about.
I can't remember the last time we did a podcast together. When was that? Was that before like MDM?
You gonna stick my pen up your nose the whole time you're
talking
to me?
Don't be telling people that.
You look like a little kid sticking your finger up your nose. Like, I can't talk to you while you're doing that.
Shut up.
She just stuck my pen up her nose while she was saying that.
I
think we've talked. I
think
we've talked to these guys since the MDM.
I don't think so.
Really? Well, I know that I have.
Well, of course you have. You can't be gone for too long.
Hey, I got my 10 minutes of fame up there on that MDM stage.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
I did. It was pretty cool. They actually invited some of the Apex executives up on the stage.
Yeah.
And we got a chance to talk. And you know how your boy is. He gets the mic. I'm going to take over the motherfucking crowd.
Yeah, you will.
It was fun.
It's just how it is.
They needed it, though. They needed to be lit. They need some more. They need to be lit up by John Hiley.
That's true.
The whole fucking place needs to be lit up by me. Because I will blow the roof off that motherfucker. They all know it, too. They know that I'll blow the roof off this place. So they need to stop resisting and start submitting to my demands.
Oh, my God.
They know this shit. So...
Any good topic we should talk about?
I think you should quit asking what topic we should talk about and just start talking. Since we don't really pick a topic, on the show.
Yeah, because you always.
Are you just gonna say this? Like, we're gonna be like 20? Are we gonna be like 20 minutes in the show, and you're gonna be like, "Well, you think we should pick a topic?"
You should be nice.
Well, we get 30 minutes in the show. Well, how about we pick a topic?
You're not being very nice right now.
I'm getting the death look now. I think maybe I should pick a topic.
Let me tell you something about John. I love John so much.
Wait. I think we should pick a topic.
And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I would really love to just like hit him upside the head with like
a frying pan.
I
knew she was going to say that.
A baseball bat.
You guys know I've already heard this shit.
Just a big, thick wooden spoon. I mean, I
you
really
do
would
better
sometime.
Than a wooden spoon.
And a wooden spoon. I think
a wooden
baseball
spoon
bat
would probably just break on my head.
That is true. A baseball bat would be a good one, or a frying pan, like one of those.
But you guys know if I ever get mauled by a baseball bat.
What type of them frying pans? Your mom used to use them all the time. They're the heavy ones.
The cast iron pans.
Yes.
Oh, so now.
But listen,
this
is what goes to.
Hey, I'm
talking right now. So, anyways, like I would really love to do that sometime. And I'm sure that the women that are listening to this, they're probably like, you know what? I feel your pain, Angela. I really feel your pain. But then I look at John, and he smiles at me, and he's got like this little twinkle in his eyes. And then I just fucking melt. And I'm just like, damn it. I love you so much.
We got a topic for the show, my friends. It's called domestic abuse.
And I know that, like,
and if you guys ever see that I'm mauled by a baseball bat, you guys all know who fucking did it.
I wouldn't do it. I would pick a frying pan. Not a baseball bat, a frying pan. But I just lost my train of thought. Oh, no. I remember there was a podcast that we did, and you were saying something about, like, there needs to be like a little bit of violence here and there. And then I'm like, no, But then now that I've actually had some time to think about it, like sometimes, have you ever like, met someone and they just like kind of just rubbed you the wrong way. And you're like, you listen to him, you're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and you're like, man, something's not right with this person. And you're like, you know what it is? They never really got a good ass beaten.
You know what I think this could be? Because I have been doing this research, and come to find out that literally 1% of the population could actually be diagnosed with psychopathy. Meaning that 1% of the population out there are fucking psychopaths.
But I don't qualify because there was like one thing, and I was just like, oh, that's...
Nah, she has too many feelings. Technically, a psychopath doesn't have any feelings at all.
Yeah, and I have a lot of feelings.
Psychopaths literally, so I'm reading about this shit, right? And psychopaths literally don't have feelings, but they see the way other people feel and react, so they learn how to emulate how other people are like being remorseful, or whether they're sad, or whether they're I think actually psychopaths can feel happiness and stuff like that, but they can't feel any remorse for anybody. And so, but they learn how to, if somebody's telling a remorseful story or something like that, over time, to disguise their psychopathness, they learn to emulate the look of being remorseful.
So you were saying that's like 1 in every
100 people.
So 1 in every 100 people. So obviously we have all encountered somebody that was that way. But do you think that like when you meet that person, that the energy that they're giving off, like, something's not right with them?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
so they would be one of them.
Yeah, and plus like they talk about some of the traits of the psychopath, and they're major manipulators. They got like very, very unhealthy relationships. They create what's called like trauma bonds, where they inflict trauma and then they become a different person to reinforce a bond, and then they repeat the cycle like over and over again. So it's called a trauma bond. And I would say my sister was dating a guy that was probably a psychopath, from all the stuff that she told us, and none of us knew. We just thought that like her and this dude went off and did her own thing.
That one that she was married with?
Yeah. Went off and was doing this thing with this guy, but nobody knew like the deep level like of all the shit that was happening, and like what she had to do and how she had to get out of that relationship.
Yeah. But I know that like that sister that you're talking about, she had a pattern of dating those type of guys.
Sure. Yeah.
But in turn, it was because there was a lot of shit that happened to her when she was a young teenager, and she was never able to like really, I think, be able to deal with it the right way.
Yeah. And then what happens is when people have like early childhood trauma and they don't deal with it, they basically, they have a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of like, self-worth issues. And technically you'll only let somebody treat you as bad as you treat yourself. So if you treat yourself horrible, you'll allow other people to treat you just as bad as you treat yourself.
Yeah.
Anybody who has a very high level of, self-worth is not going to allow somebody in their life that degrades that.
Yeah.
So that explains why I don't allow so many people into my life. You know what, though? And then I was like researching, a narcissist is actually not too far away from a psychopath.
That's interesting.
But narcissists can feel some mild feelings.
Yeah.
They can feel mild feelings of empathy, very mild feelings of empathy.
Yeah.
And especially usually if it might affect their secret plan.
Yeah. Do you think everybody has probably came in contact with somebody that's a narcissist, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A narcissist is an individual who is in love with a character that they created. I had somebody in my life one time that always talked about image. He always talked about image, and what it was always about the image. And everything, and I kept telling him, I'm like, dude, no, it's not about the image. It's about who you are. It's about your character. Oh, it's like everything was about what people seen. And later on, I found out that the dude was a fucking narcissist, because he fell in love with the image of what he created, but had no love for himself. So what happens is with narcissists, They will fall in love with this image that they project to the world.
Yeah.
But they actually do not love who they really are.
Well,
they
that's
actually have to
definitely
hide.
somebody that's an extremely confused person.
Yeah, they have to hide who they are. They're ashamed, and they don't
Well,
want
they
people.
should be ashamed if they're like.
And they don't want people to fully see, who they are, because they felt if people actually seen who they were.
So, do you think that they, in all honesty, do you think they really like being that type of person, but then they create an image that's kind of like a.
I think it's probably something that they haven't dealt with. There's something about themselves that they haven't dealt with. And it's to them, they probably feel that it's easier to forge a character instead of forge character inside of them. So instead of forging the character inside of them, they create a character that they only show to the world.
But in turn, they're just like
I truly
slowly
believe,
dying.
I truly believe that a lot of the people in the success world, a lot of these certain types of people, I'm not going to say who because I don't know for sure, but I know some of them, man. Some of these motherfuckers out there, I mean, the way they smile and the way they act and the way they go on, I'm just like, these motherfuckers are like not being their true self.
Yeah.
Like they're just not.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell the difference between somebody who's being their true self and somebody who says the fucking right thing all the time. Like if somebody is saying the right thing, like every little syllable, like just the right perfect thing, man, they are fucking rehearsing that shit. And they are like trying to project an image that is not who they are.
But that's putting, in all honesty, those individuals are putting so much energy into something that's like not even really that.
Mike Kimsky, who I had on the podcast, Mike Kimsky used to work.
I really like him a lot.
Mike Kimsky is an amazing individual. If you guys have not listened to the podcast that we did, it was phenomenal. But Mike Kimsky specifically used to work with these type of people.
Yeah.
And he said it was so fucking fake that he just had to go. He said literally people like he's talking an individual off the ledge of committing suicide, and he's going on an hour later and having a webinar trying to teach people how to live their life. Like shiny, flawless webinar, bringing people in, teaching people how to be happy. And then, before he jumped on the webinar, he was ready to like end his life. Like it's incredible. That's got to be.
So why don't they ever want to work on it for? Why don't they want to just acknowledge it and just work on it? It's like, are people just afraid that are they afraid of their flaws?
I think people are just afraid that they're not enough.
That's sad.
And then, somebody who's a narcissist has very, very low levels of like empathy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they honestly don't really give a fuck for the people they're serving anyhow.
Yeah.
So they're just going to be as manipulative as possible. That's one of the traits of the narcissist is that they're so fucking manipulative. That the only time that they actually get mad is when somebody catches them in their bullshit. And when somebody,
because you're exposing them,
and
they don't like that you just exposed
yep.
them.
And when somebody catches them in their bullshit, they're ready for a complete fucking meltdown.
Well, maybe that might give them a chance to try to reevaluate themselves.
I've heard that people can reverse narcissism. I have heard that there's no cure for psychopathy. For an individual who's a psychopath. I'll give you guys an example. Like I can look back and I can remember some of my friends growing up that were like the most evil motherfuckers on planet Earth.
Yeah.
But they were your friends, And
yeah, you did hang around some of them.
There was definitely some psychopathy there.
Yeah.
In fact, I can think of two individuals that 100% for sure was.
Yeah.
And they created drama any chance that they could possibly get. And they had no empathy for anybody or anything. It was all about them. All they did was take. All they did was lie. They had no problem stealing from their own mom, stealing from their own grandmother. I mean, stealing from anybody. Somebody could help them yesterday and they'd fucking steal from them the day after. So there was just no empathy, no connection to that. And a lot of them got in quite a bit of trouble, like tons of fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And that is a sign, like at an early age, that somebody could be a psychopath if they get into like a ton of trouble.
You got into a ton of trouble when you were younger.
I know, yeah. Not everybody who gets in trouble is a psychopath, though.
just messing with you. I'm just messing
I don't know.
with
Maybe
you.
I am. Maybe I'm trying to
No.
convince all of you guys otherwise. This is my cover-up of my psychopathy. It's perfect, too. But now I feel that I've been caught.
No.
So I'm going to have to say no that I'm not.
No,
But maybe I am.
no. If you were evil, I wouldn't be with you. You're not evil.
You just gave me an evil eye a little bit ago when you asked me for the topic of the show for the 17th time.
It was not the 17th time.
Well, hold on, babe. Let's see. How far are we into this? 20 minutes? What do you say we pick a topic right now?
you are horrible. Do you see what I have
So,
to deal
our
with
t-
every day? John, like,
she doesn't realize
he
our shows
picks
just
on me
flow.
constantly. It's just like a never-ending story. Thankfully, you know what? You should. I'm so glad that I have a really good sense of humor.
You better have a sense of humor with
I
me.
do have a sense. I do have like a really good sense of humor.
She was so worried about
I'm like-
about the dude that came out today to do the appraisal on our house. So we're getting ready to sell our house. The deal's already locked in.
Okay, here's the thing though. The inspector came out and listen, he was a nice person. He did what he was supposed to do. He was there for like 3 hours.
That dude
and
found
picked
everything.
out everything that was wrong with the house, which, you know, he did a really good job. But the thing is like, it was stressful. He would ask me about certain things and I'm like, I had no idea that was there. But then the realtor, not our realtor, the other realtor, he was there along with one of the home buyers. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. And I'm trying to pack, and then you got dogs barking. And it was stressful. So then when the appraisal guy was coming out, I'm like, oh, dear God, is this going to be as bad as like when the inspection guy was out? But it wasn't. He came out. He was extremely nice. John was there, which if he wasn't there, more than likely, if John wasn't there, the guy probably would have been there longer or something like that. But John was there, and it went really smooth, and he was there for like, 10 minutes?
That dude was in and
it?
out. We spent more time like talking about our trucks because he had a Tundra.
Yeah.
He had a 2015 model, and I used to have a 2010 model. Mm-hmm. And we just sat there and was bullshitting about our trucks most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he snapped a few photos, and he rolled the fuck out. Hopefully he gives my ass a good appraisal.
Yeah. You know, selling a home is like, it's exciting, but it's like stressful. Well, anything in
We
life can
literally,
be
guys,
stressful.
we literally have no furniture.
No.
So we sold almost all of our furniture over this last weekend.
Our bed, our mattress, and our box spring sits on the floor.
Yep. We got a bed, a mattress, a box spring on the floor.
Yeah.
We only got 2 chairs because we couldn't nobody would take these
Nobody
2
wanted
chairs.
to buy these chairs.
I don't
and-
think they were bad looking, but
They were
apparently
cute.
everybody else thinks they are.
I know.
There
Oh,
were 2
well.
chairs that we bought at Costco too.
I know. That's okay.
But we got them now, so I can at least have a chair to drink coffee on in the morning,
Yeah.
which actually worked out pretty well. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the reason why nobody wanted these chairs, because it was going to be here for me every morning.
Yeah.
And but we sold our desk, the computers on the
We
floor.
sold everything.
We sold a lot of stuff out of the shop office as well.
Yeah.
I still got to do some sorting over there, but over this weekend, we're going to be trucking down all the dent removal tools
Yeah.
because tomorrow is going to be my last dent removal in Ohio.
You know, it is so crazy because, like, I've obviously went through a slew of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much with John, but, like, you know, like, not sad. Well, I guess sad. Leaving our home.
Yeah. It makes her sad to leave our home, and
Just a little bit.
And I don't give a shit because I'm a psychopath.
I think it's because we've been there the longest.
Oh no, you're gonna get cryy, Angela. It's okay though. It's okay.
No, I won't start ugly crying.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No.
So we are moving into an Airbnb though next month in Frisco.
Yeah.
So we got an Airbnb over in Frisco, and we're gonna be driving up there in July.
Yep.
It's gonna be a freedom ride. We're gonna be riding up out, going to the land of the free and the home of the brave. Right down there in Texas.
We're going to the promised land.
Right down there in Texas, land of the free, the home of the brave.
Y'all join me down there sometime. I'll be ready for you. There's going to be so much shit, though, guys. Think about this, man. This is like one of the reasons why we went down there. I mean, Dayton is all right, but like so many people have to get connecting flights and all that shit. And then even if they get off at the airport, it takes them forever to get to where we're at.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to be right there, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. We're going to be in the hustle and bustle of the city. It's going to be a great place to grow the media company. Just a super powerful place to set up shop.
Yeah. And all the people that we know down there and stuff like that. So
That's right.
we need this in our life.
We
It's
travel
time
down
to.
there once a month, as many of you guys know. And
But Jeff Smith came up to me and he's like, last time we were at Apex, he came up to me and he's like, has it like hit you? And I'm like, yeah, I think it hits me in certain waves and stuff like that, because I think when you tell someone, like when I told my dad that, oh yeah, we're just going to sell the house here in Ohio and we're moving to Texas. And he's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I don't look at it as like something so dramatic compared to maybe like some people.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I ain't got no family because I'm a psychopath.
No, you have family. You
This
have
is
me
so
and
funny.
Jonathan and the dogs.
Yeah.
And you have like other family that's
Yeah,
like,
but you guys are coming with me.
I know, but you have other family that's down in Texas. They're just not blood related.
That's right. It's my family of choice, y'all.
Yeah, so that's a big difference.
I only fuck around with families I want to be around. Fuck my own family. I still love my family. I just ain't gonna be saying bye to them. I love them from a distance, y'all.
Well,
I
sometimes
love these motherfuckers from a distance.
Well, sometimes that's how it has to be. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yep.
So anyhow, y'all, I think we about ready to wrap up this episode. I think it's been a good reacquaintance between us and you fine fellows and ladies out there. We were able to come back and, reacquaint ourselves with you guys and let you know that, no, we didn't die.
Oh, my God. Did you read Daniel Blue? Did you read his status on Facebook?
No. I don't read
Hold on,
statuses on Facebook.
I have to read this because it reminded me.
Did you
of
read my status on Facebook? Hold on. I'm going to see if she even liked it. All right, it's time, guys. We're getting our phones out.
Wait a minute. You put
Let's
a
see if
laughy
she
thing.
even
Hold
liked.
on. I have to read it. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
So she's liking Daniel Blue stuff. Let's see what she's doing to mine over here. Oh, she doesn't. She didn't. I put some, and listen to what I shared. All right, so we're gonna compare these two real quick. I wrote 6 hours ago. How long ago did Daniel write this?
3 days.
3 days
I
ago.
just seen it
Oh, but
today.
you just seen it today. Okay,
Yeah.
that's even worse. All right, so here's mine. God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control.
Oh, I did read that. I didn't do it.
She didn't. She read it and didn't even
know what?
do
Let me ask you
a
something,
lovey to it.
because this has happened to me occasionally.
Here
I
comes
went
the
to
excuses.
hit that. I would go to hit that button, and it would I would want to click on one of the
Yeah,
what's these things called, the
like button.
expressions.
Yeah.
And I would go to hit one, and it wouldn't let me.
So are you saying that this is what happened to you on my
It
post?
could have.
It could have. This is a bunch of bullshit, you guys.
Or I might have just.
This is her
accidentally- I'm
bullshitting
sorry.
like none other.
I'll go back and love it. But
All
listen,
right,
I
so
have
let's
to read
hear Daniel Blues. Come on, spit it out.
it.
Come on.
When I
The
read
one that
this,
you
I was
overlooked your
like-
husband's status for. That was that of the Lord. This was an actual biblical quote, one of the Lord.
I thought you were calling yourself the Lord.
Lord, when's going to be my time?
Okay, I gotta read this. It says, and it it reminded me of something you would do. I don't know who needs to see this, but next time you are in the steam room, you don't need to moan really loud as you are stretching and breathing.
How dare you?
With all the steam in the sauna, the moaning makes things extremely awkward because I can't see anything. Let's just say I cut my sauna routine short this morning because of someone. But when it's like moaning really loud as you are stretching and breathing, I was like, that sounds like something John.
No, see, what I do is I do you guys ever remember the Master P? I go, na 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 na. Na 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 na.
But you know what? Listen.
Make them say, na 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 na.
Listen, John's like a big guy, but this man can do all these freaking stretches, and he can make his leg go this way and go that way. And I'm like, how the hell do you even
I'm
do
like a
that?
fucking acrobat.
You are.
Big as a bodybuilder, flexible as a gymnast.
It's true. It's so crazy.
I'm not quite as big as a bodybuilder. I'll tell you what, though, Blair got me looking big, though.
Yeah. You're nice.
Training with I actually compared this because many of you guys know you've listened to the podcast. I told you about my 75 hard. Went through it twice last year, and man, that it's very good for discipline to get you in a routine and to make you disciplined.
Yeah.
So if that's what you need, 75 hard may definitely be down your alley. Now, when it comes to a fitness goal, it didn't work for me. I lost as much muscle as I did fat.
Yeah.
And I just got smaller.
Yeah.
I just got tinier. And the way that I'm working out with Blair, I only work out 3 days a week. I don't really limit my diet majorly. I mean, I don't eat a bunch of fried food all the time. I do eat a couple bad things per week. And then other than that, I keep it pretty clean. And he's blowing me up muscle wise.
Yeah.
And I'm down to 12.5% body fat. And my muscle has went up. I really haven't lost any weight.
Beefy.
And I'm only working out 3 days a fucking week.
I know you
Now
got
it's 3 excruciating, painful fucking encounters.
but you love it
Yeah,
because you keep going back.
because I only got to do it 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, it sucks. I mean, we did legs today, and I stood up, and I'm like, well, I can still walk. He's like, oh, well, let's go back. That means I haven't done my job. And I'm like, nah, dude, we're good.
No, you look beefy. You got a big old fat neck on you too.
So yeah, I mean, he's just
And I love it.
He's hitting my fitness goals. So if you're trying to hit a certain fitness goal, you got the discipline going on, all that shit. Don't do 75 hard. Just find a fucking trainer, somebody who's much smarter than you in this field, and you'll love it. You'll go in. I don't have to think about shit. Like, I don't have to plan my workouts.
No.
I don't have to plan anything. I just go in. He tells me what the fuck to do, and I do it.
Yep.
And guess what? I like that shit because most of the days I'm telling everybody else what the fuck to do, including this lady right here.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. I mean,
So-
I do listen to you when it's necessary.
Can I ask you a question? We are 32 minutes in this. Should we figure out a topic?
No, I think we're good.
We found the topic.
Oh my God, John.
We don't even name the podcast until after they're done. You guys don't realize this, but that's the reason why our names are so fucking.
I only listen to you when it's necessary.
When I pipe up with my man voice, I'll be like, "Hey!"
No, you don't.
She just jumped a little bit.
Well, yeah.
She knows.
That was a little startling.
She knows that man
Oh.
voice. That man voice comes out. She be like, "What, Daddy? What should I do? You here to save me?"
No, that's probably true.
Uh-huh. So you gotta speak up. Be like,
I ain't gonna tell no lie.
be like, "Hey, get your ass in that truck.
Listen,
Let's go."
I know what I have to do whenever I want something, so I always get what I want.
Y'all, I'm gonna leave that to y'all's imagination.
Well, it's true. I always get what I want.
Except for when you don't.
I always get it, though.
I know about all that.
Yes, I do.
All right. On that note, you guys, we're gonna bounce the fuck up out of here. You guys got a little extra something on the podcast tonight.
That's right.
So anyhow, y'all, we appreciate you for coming along on this Marketing Revolution podcast.
And remember, it's all about the motherfucking hustle.
We'll see you on the next one.
Holla.